Hello, and today we are going to talk about main event of UFC 298, and it felt different. Yes, it felt so different this fight week. I was always saying that Alex Volkanovski was going to school Ilia Topuria, and I admit I was wrong. I admit I was just saying that just because I was Alex Volkanovski's fan. Because this whole fight week, you saw that gimmick from Alex Volkanovski, Old Man Volk. I think that whole gimmick was a little bit different. It just didn't felt like Alex Volkanovski, typical Alex Volkanovski fight week, because like I have seen Alex Volkanovski being confident and somewhat cocky. He always talks about how he's better than the other people. What's wrong with my mic? I don't know. you know so always talks about, he just keeps getting limp and limp. Wait. So he was always talking about uh, how he's confident that he's going to outclass Ilia Topuria, and he was outclassing Ilia Topuria in the first round. All the three judges gave him the first round, and I also, like, when I was watching the fight, I was like, this is a good round for Ilia Topuria because he's investing in the leg kicks, and it's good for Ilia Topuria to just shock Alex Volkanovski with his power. But Alex Volkanovski was kind of out jabbing him, and in the end, also Ilia Topuria said that uh, Alex Volkanovski shocked him by out jabbing him in this fight, and how fast the jab from Alex Volkanovski was. But it just felt like normal Ilia Topuria fight, like he's getting outclassed, and like that fight that he had with that Herbert person in Jai Herbert in UFC London. And I think the reason why I say this is I never thought that Volko would be defeated by anyone in the featherweight division. I think it was the weight class for him in UFC. It wasn't like the weight class for him is the featherweight division. It's not like he's going to become a champion in uh, lightweight division. But the thing is, this fight week was not a typical Volk fight week. It just felt like he was kind of not in his element, and he was even though after the fight he said that it was better than the fight week that he had with Islam Makhachev. But the thing is, you always have to see that the natural progression of a fighter in the fight week. And I seen Alex Volkanovski being confident, being cocky, but he's not given up to gimmicks. He's not making gimmicks like I'm old and like this and like that. He always has fun in the interview. He always has fun in the media day. But it just felt really different. Like I was so shocked that Alex Volkanovski just try to do the boxing thing. Like Alex Volkanovski is good at boxing, don't get me wrong, but that Topuria has a dangerous power, and I've always talked about equalizers, and this Alex Volkanovski guy has an equalizer. That power that Francis Ngannou has, that power that that at any point of the fight you can knock the other person out, is such an equalizer, such a it's such a uh, advantage to have in any type of fight. Is that even though you're behind the scorecards, like also with Cheeto Vera, like we are going to see Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. This is the thing, like when you know that you have that equalizer, when you know that you can knock the other person out, you are comfortable in setting up your game. You are comfortable to lose some rounds, and this is what happened. Like he was losing the first round, he lost it on the all judges scorecard, but he was not, but he wasn't bothered. He was looking for that perfect punch, and it happened. And I really felt bad for Alex Volkanovski. Like Alex Volkanovski is a great representative of the mixed martial arts. He is someone who is not physically very gifted, but he has done some of the amazing things. Like he is the featherweight goat for me. Whatever you want to say. Jose Aldo, yes, he is a good in his own era, but in this era, that's like antithetical to what the term goat means, greatest of all time. So Alex Volkanovski is the goat forever because he defeated the presumed goat in his prime. Like, that was the prime days of Jose Aldo, although it was like after him losing the belt to Max Holloway. But I always believed that Alex Volkanovski was the GOAT, and it just felt like this was just passing of the torch. It just felt like this was a fight week where the person who is going as a challenger is slightly better than the person who was a champion. I'm not going to lie, and I was always confident that Volkanovski was somehow going to do that, because he has proven us wrong so many times, and I was starting to believe that no one can defeat him in the featherweight division. It's just so tough, but it happened, and I would always say that Volkanovski should take time off, and he should not fight for 1 year at least. Although he wants to do the main event in UFC Spain, the rematch, he deserves rematch, and if anyone deserves rematch, that's Alex Volkanovski. But I think he should take some time off, and if he takes some time off, I think there's a chance of him fighting someone else, because if he fights Ilia Topuria for like the next match, the rematch, I think he's going to lose. I think he's going to get knocked out again, because the thing is, like, although we know that Alex Volkanovski prepares for his fights like very meticulously, he has a very good coach, and he always just try to prepare for a specific fighter. But Ilia Topuria has an equalizer, and it's tough to prepare for that. It's a 25 round fight when you are fighting for the title, and I think this is the problem, where you are winning the fight in the four rounds or 3 rounds, and he knocks you out in the fifth round. Like this thing where everybody says that he just catch Volkanovski. I don't think so, because he did catch Volkanovski. But have you saw that the left hook that he threw after throwing the right hand that he caught Volkanovski with? I think this is the reason why people should watch the fighter before saying that he just got lucky, because if he didn't catch him with the right hook, he would catch him with the left hook that he threw right after. It was like right overhand, but it felt like right hook, because if like that stance, that that low stance that the champion Ilia Topuria has, it just feels so different. Like, featherweight champion is now a different person than Alex Volkanovski. Just feels so different. But I will always say that for these fights where you feel like the champion is now going to lose with someone, you should always pick the fighter that is the challenger, because it just felt like it was passing on the torch. I'm not going to lie. I was always confident in Volk somehow, defeating Ilia Topuria. But I knew deep down, because you cannot win 25 round fights just by jabbing and just punching and just staying in range and just kicking in from the range. Although it was a very very good strategy, but you cannot win a fight like that, like especially against a power puncher who just needs one moment, one shot, one opportunity, trying not to become Eminem, but that he just needs one punch to knock you out. So I think in that sense, Volk, it's sad to say this, but Volk is going to lose Ilia Topuria in a rematch, and that's why he needs some time to prepare for Ilia Topuria. Even though I think Ilia Topuria is going to lose against some specific opponents, especially against Max Holloway, I think that's a very very dangerous fight for Ilia Topuria, and I'm going to be controversial when I say that Ilia Topuria will have a tough fight against Sean O'Malley too, because Sean O'Malley is someone who is going to kick him, who is someone who is good at keeping people at range, so Ilia Topuria may have a tough time against Sean O'Malley. I'm not going to lie. I'm not picking Sean O'Malley against any of the featherweights, like top featherweights, but I'm going to pick Sean O'Malley in terms of like 50-50 fight. I'm not going to pick Sean O'Malley because again, Ilia Topuria has an equalizer, but I think Sean O'Malley really can give a tough time to Ilia Topuria. So this is my rant. I'm not just telling you what happened in the fight, I'm just telling you what I felt, because it just felt personal, because all of us are fans of Volk. I guess most of the people that I have seen is like, this is one of the most depressing day of our lives, because we never thought that Volk is going to lose. He was a great champion, and yeah, it felt like passing the torch, and Maybe in future Volk will have another chance at the title, but for now he should take a break. Just do it in a better time. In a better time. That's what I had to say. So this is what we do. We talk about martial arts on this channel. We talk about football. We talk about boxing. That's what we do. And sometimes I talk about my life in general. So if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.